Not even sure I know how to do this anymore. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back, our YouTube fishing family, to the channel. It has been a minute, probably about 10 months at this point, give or take 9-10 months. Well, where to start? Let's start all the way back at where we left off. So I think one of the last videos that we posted was from the end of ice season last year, 2021. So early spring, late winter 2021 is kind of where we left off. And we had an amazing plan to film all spring and summer. And it's now fall in the Midwest, but life kind of got in the way, and it wasn't in a bad way at all. It actually started out really cool for us because I drove all the way to Pennsylvania to pick up what has probably been my dream bass boat and what I'm currently sitting on in March, over the spring break time frame. So I drove all the way to Pennsylvania and picked up this beauty, which if you guys follow us on Instagram or Snapchat, you have seen it, but this is kind of its debut, and I'm kind of sad to say this is its debut with the state of what I have it in at the moment, but it's all for a good reason. So drove all the way out to Pennsylvania, picked up a 21-foot Skeeter with a 250 show, Yamaha show. Has been one of my dream bass boats for a long time. There's a lot of great boats, but a Skeeter Yamaha has been one of my dreams, and I was able to find one that had a single owner. It was in black, the color that I wanted. The guy had put roughly 100 hours on the motor, but I did a little work to it this spring. I redid the entire battery compartment. The electrical and stuff in there was an absolute mess, so when I got it back, I came in, redid that, redid a few other things, but that is where we're currently at now. Is I am tearing it apart. I'm taking it apart bolt by bolt, screw by screw, and redoing the entire thing myself, so that it is exactly the way that I want it. I have confidence in everything, including the electrical system and everything else, so that if something goes wrong, I know that I can work on it and get it fixed. I know where everything's at. So that's kind of where we're at, so I can show you guys real quick. Like I said, I'm kind of sad this is the state it's in for its YouTube debut. But like I said, this is a 21-foot Skeeter. It has a 250 Yamaha twin power poles, and here in the back is kind of where I've started working. So I took all the lids and compartments off to kind of give them a nice clean out, dual live well system, and then storage on both the driver's side and the passenger side. Like I said, everything's been kept in really good condition. The original owner had this stored inside too, so all the carpet and stuff still looks really great. I did pull the seats out to try and get in here and clean. I love the color scheme on this boat. I like the black with the silver flake, just that darker theme. I really do enjoy that. Dual console, which to me is really important. I know that it is not a favorite for a lot of guys, but I take out some younger anglers, you know, high school anglers, junior anglers. My son, he's 8, tournament fishing for the first time. This console to me is really important because this boat will go, you know, 70, 75 miles an hour, and having that windbreak is important. Not that we're, you know, typically going that fast with the little ones in the boat anyway, but kind of gives them a little bit of a break, especially from the cold, the wind, and the rain. So that is kind of the center portion where I'm currently working, and I still have yet to take all the lids and stuff off of the front end, but the electrical system is something I really want to get to. So it has a Solix 10 at the dash and a Solix 15 at the bow, but I really want to get all of the electrical rewired. I've done that here in the back end, but from the console to the back and the console forward, not quite as much. I haven't gotten to spend as much time on that, so that is on my to-do list. And I promise I will give you guys a better tour of this boat when it's put back together this next spring and everything's been updated. But at the front of the boat, you guys can see we've got some new graphics, which is phenomenal. Again, that black, red, and white color scheme matched our logo perfectly. So thank you, Arc Rods, for that as well. Rod storage here on the left compartment. I keep like the necessary emergency equipment, life jackets, that kind of stuff. On the right, we got 3 really kind of like equipment storage places. So I keep scissors, stuff like that. And then 2 really primarily for tackle.
There's a little one down here as well. I keep kind of swim baits and stuff like that, and then a cooler in the back. But it did come with an Ultrex. This is a 112 Ultrex with spot lock. We've got the Mega 360 on here as well. We've got the Hydrowave installed. I did put power pole controls up here as well. So really this boat was ready to go. That was the great thing about it, and one of the reasons that I was willing to drive all the way to Pennsylvania for it was the boat I was looking for, had the equipment that we needed for this tournament season to be successful with pretty minimal like having to change things around when we got it back. So we took care of the essentials and it performed flawlessly this entire season. And now it is time for us to kind of tear it down, go through it, make sure everything is the way we want it, put it back together exactly how we prefer, and have the confidence in knowing that everything is correct, it is done right, and it will serve us well for years and years to come.
So like I said, I brought it back, I did a little bit of work to it, and then we tournament fished it all season, and it has been an absolutely amazing boat. I didn't have to do a lot to it to get it tournament ready, but there were a few things that I really wanted confidence in. It came with a Humminbird Solix 10 and a Solix 15. Those are still the electronics that are on it. I would like to add a live scope to it this winter for next season. But that's where life got hectic because my son decided that he was going to start tournament fishing as well. He has an associated Instagram page, so if you guys like my content and kind of give me a follow, make sure you go give him a follow, support him. He is going to start fishing all of the Bassmaster Nation Opens this season. So we are going to literally be towing this boat across the country this year so that he can fish the Bassmaster Nation Series and hopefully qualify for the Bassmaster National Championship. Then, on top of that, my wife and I have started a youth nonprofit fishing organization here in the Midwest called the Iowa Youth Fishing League. And I'm happy to and proud to say that this season we had 77 youth anglers enrolled in our programmings, which was absolutely fantastic. We had 12 of our own tournaments here within Iowa, and then also on the Mississippi River between Iowa and Wisconsin. And it was a fantastic season. Once again, my kid fished in that series. He ended up taking, I think, 3 or 4 first place finishes, quite a few top 3, top 5 finishes in the junior series, and our high school series was a blast. Out of that program, we also had the Bassmaster All-State team, was 2 kids from our program. We were super proud of them and everything they accomplished, and they were also selected to go down and do the first ever Bassmaster Combine. So lots of great things going on in that world too, but it kept us super busy with all the tournaments and travel and stuff. And then if you guys hadn't kind of caught the hint between, you know, the merch and the boat stickers, we did have a sponsorship change. So we are now with Team Arc Rods, located out of Florida, and it is amazing. Their product is phenomenal. We are just starting to get all of it in. We are getting all of their rod series, a bunch of different ones from their different lines. I'm excited to get those in. They just started coming in, which is kind of sad that it's at the end of our season, but I know that we will be breaking them in first thing in the spring with our annual trip up to Mille Lacs to chase after some really fat pre-spawn smallmouth bass. So definitely looking forward to that as well. Just lots of different pieces, guys. But it has been a great year otherwise, and I hope you guys had a good one too. So we're gonna start hopefully getting back into some of the content. As you guys know, I am big into the ice fishing and ice season. That is all starting to kick off as we wrap this up. It is again late fall. We're in like the second week in November here in Iowa. So, you know, we're not gonna have ice for a little while, but up north does. And you guys know I like to travel. So we are gonna be up north fishing here very shortly as soon as lakes start locking up. Hopefully, if you guys are not already subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Those of you that have been around for a while, you know I appreciate you guys so much and your interaction between this channel and our social media. It is absolutely phenomenal. Love talking to you guys. So let's get into something new and let's go make our own ice fishing rods.